song, love song, love song, love.
Hello, I am Natasha Brewer. I am the owner of Resonation Media Group. I am the creator of Writing Your Life's Love Song Process. I have gotten numerous questions about what is life's love song? Well, life's love song is basically your outlook on love, and it's comprised of your past, your present, and your future. So let's think about this for a second. If you had to describe your life or your outlook on love in a song, if you had to describe it, how would it feel? What will people get from it? What would you say? How would you describe it? When I created this process, my life's love song basically sucked. It was dim, it was dark, it was just very sad because I was in a very sad place. I was in a very vulnerable and kind of semi-depressive state because I was going through so much and so much had built up over the years. In 2016, 2017, I was going through a separation with my husband, and in 2017, January, I found myself jobless with 2 children to support, and I didn't know what to do. So when I stepped back, I said, I'm not going to stay in this place. I needed to figure out who I am and how I got here. Because in all honesty, at this point in my life, I'm over 40 years old, but I still didn't know who I was. And there's a lot of people out here like that. You may go through the motions and go through your daily situations, but you really don't know who you are because you're so busy trying to please other people. And that's where I was. And I was bitter. I was sad. I was just miserable. And I was making everyone around me miserable at this point in my life. So when I found myself alone and just trying to figure out what to do next, I knew that I had to do something. I had to figure out who I was. And for those of you who don't know, I am a songwriter. So I'm like, what's more fitting than to put this into a song? And like I said, if you had to describe yours, and this is the process that I went through, and I said, I don't want my life's love song to be like this anymore. So I needed to figure out a way to release the baggage from the past, identify what was hurting me, identify how it was playing out in my current situation, and how it impacted the outlook on my future love experience. Even if my husband and I didn't get through this rough patch, I needed to be whole for me. So you hear the song in the background. This is my life's love song. And you'll hear some things as we go through this video, and I'll explain where I was and why that verse or why that chorus is the way it is. So let's take a listen to the first verse of Life's Love Song. The title of my life's love song is Love Song. So let's hear the first verse.
In this thing called love, I've been through so much over the years. Been lied to, cheated on, and used by the ones that said they'd love me the most. Yet they turned their backs and easily walked away. Many nights I cried, my heart ripped out and broken. Leave me to pick up the pieces. Leave me in search of brighter days. Leave me to wonder if I ever wanted to love again. I thought, why bother? The pain made me feel like it's not worth it. I was looking forward to a lonely future, you see. wondering, could this really be what my love song is supposed to be?
As you hear, I didn't, in this first verse, it was a combination of my past and my current situation. And as you see, it was like sad. I didn't have much hope of what my future love would be. I thought, I had experienced these situations where I've been lied to, like many people, cheated on, like many people, and used. I felt used, but I'm not talking about my husband. Let's be clear about that. At this point, I have experienced things like this over my life, right? Like anyone else. And so this is where I saw a repeating cycle, right? And I'm like, if this is how it's going to be, I don't want it, right? So that was hard for me, right? As anyone, if you're looking back on your life and you've overcome or thought that you've overcome certain situations, but you see them repeat, similar type situations, you haven't really dealt with it. So, or you haven't really overcome it, because if you did, you wouldn't keep repeating these cycles. So let's take a listen to the chorus.
Looking to rewrite my love song into something beautiful, something bright. Looking for a love to turn this darkness into light. A new love experience to turn all my tears and heartache into joy and smiles, and to take me to new heights. I decided to rewrite the love song of my life.
Okay, so you're here in this section or this part of the song that I do have a glimmer of hope. I wanted to rewrite the love song of my life, and I was looking for something that was bright. I was looking for something that would, positive, great energy. I didn't want to be down anymore. I didn't want to be sad anymore. And it all started with me changing my mind, changing my outlook, getting to know who I was. So that's what the verse is about. It's about giving energy to a situation that I no longer desire. Like I needed to let that part go, because I was looking for something that was bright, that was better, that was, that was fulfilling. Not that I wasn't saying I'm not fulfilled or whatever, but just something more, right? So let's go into this second verse.
I decided that my love song didn't have to end that way. I looked deep-faced everything that hurt me. Didn't know how strong I was. The pain knocked me to my knees. I had to face the realization that I won't have better days. Looking at what's behind me, I had to forgive, let go and move on. Now I'm looking to receive all the love I deserve. Looking to be cherished and adored. Looking to be happy and alive without pain. I am open, I will not be afraid to love again. I know there's a perfect love out there for me. I'm patiently waiting for this magical love to be.
So this second verse is a combination of my situation where I was looking through everything that I had gone through. I had to face everything, I had to deal with it. I had to let it go. I had to forgive. I had to move on, because I recognized what I deserved. I recognized that I was better than where I was at that moment. I recognized that I didn't have to be bitter anymore. I didn't have to be sad anymore. I didn't have to, hurt people. because I was hurting. You know that saying, hurt people. And that is what I was doing. I was pushing people away. I was hurting people. And that was like, I was like mean at times, right? So I know that was, going through this process was a wake-up call, because some people, we look at things from our perspective and not the other people's perspective, but they're dealing with stuff too. They're hurting too. So you have to be aware of those things. So in this process, I recognized that I forgave myself, I forgave other people, even the people that I couldn't, verbally forgive. I wrote it out. I forgave them. I burned it, just things to get it out of me, because I couldn't move forward until I let it go. And I was talking to a friend about it after I finished the process, and I was sharing with her everything as I was going through it. And she was like, wow, you sound lighter, you sound happier. And that was the absolute truth. And I told her, I was like, I didn't know how bad I felt until I felt good, till I was really feeling happy, till I was really, 100% whole. Like, I can't even explain it, but I didn't know how bad I felt until I started feeling good. And I can't really elaborate it anymore, because I was just like, wow. I will never go back to that place. So I work hard daily, renewing my mind, staying focused, and working through the process each and every day, making sure I don't go back. I'm not going back. So that is basically what writing your life's love song is. It's identifying everything that impacted your life and love experience. It's dealing with it. It's forgiving. It's setting boundaries. It's setting consequences. It's protecting your heart. It's protecting your mind. It's protecting you. It's helping you to continue to grow in life, because it's a continual process where you are aware of things that impact you. You're aware of how you respond to certain triggers, so to eliminate certain things. So this process, it helps you to get to know yourself. It helps you to get to know what you can deal with. It helps you to get to know your triggers. It helps you to get to know your tolerance levels. So it's a lot to this program. It's 9 weeks. And sometimes you can extend it depending on how fast you go or how much you want to take, but I wouldn't take a whole lot of time with this, because you want to get through it. I know the first couple of steps in the process can be really difficult, so you may want to take a couple of weeks per task or per step, but I wouldn't take more than 2 weeks each. So, but you'll go your own process. But I will be checking on you. If you come into the program, I will be checking on you. I will be checking on your progress, and I'll be reaching out to you like, hey, what's up? All right. So go over to www.lifeslovesong, and you can sign up for the newsletter. On there, you can sign up for the program. You can find out more information of things going on, events, everything. So go ahead. You could go over there. You could go onto Facebook and join the group. Not the group, but the page. You don't get into the group unless you are in the program. So go ahead, sign up, and I'll talk to you soon. All right, bye.
Tears and heartache into joy and smiles, and to take me to new heights. I decided to rewrite the love song of my life, to rewrite my life song into something beautiful, something bright. Looking for a love to turn this darkness into into life. A new love experience to turn all my tears and heartache into joy and smiles, and to take me to new heights. I decided to rewrite the love song of my life.